Yo, what is good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? Jay Barry here, and I'm back with another video here to talk about some PlayStation news, man. We got some hefty news today, where I'm going to be talking about two major news that happened in the world of PlayStation. Where the first news that we're going to talk about is with The Last of Us Part 2, and with factions. So Entertainment Weekly, they had an interview with Neil Druckmann, and in the interview, he spoke about a few things, talking about The Last of Us Part 2. That's what they're going to be, promoting, going forward, because it's the closest game to come out. But also gave some nuggets as far as what Naughty Dog is working on in the future. So the article will be in the description. I'll have the link to the article in the description so you guys can check it out yourself. But let's go and look at what Neil Druckmann is saying. We're not going to read the whole article. We're just going to look at, one aspect of the article. And one thing that I'm seeing here is that he's saying here in the last paragraph, in the terms of the other Last of Us games, because, people's bringing up The Last of Us Part 3, factions and things like that. Druckmann says he has no update regarding the shelved multiplayer game previously reported. What about the long rumor of The Last of Us Part 3? The Last of Us is obviously a world I love deeply, and I know our studio and fans do as well, but I have no comment at this moment on the series. Future beyond our focus on The Last of Us Part 2 remaster, he says. However, he does confirm we have other projects in the works at Naughty Dog. Of course, season 2 of the HBO show The Last of Us, adaptation, which will now begin to adapt the events of Part 2. So I think that's pretty hefty news here. Where it's not like they haven't spoken about this. I think I've seen like a video from Kind of Funny where they kind of did mention, the multiplayer game, and that is being worked on. That's like the next big project they saying. And then they are all working on another project as well. But I personally, yeah, I do want to have that factions or the multiplayer news, but I do kind of understand from a Naughty Dog perspective, like we got Part 2 remaster coming up, so this is going to be our focus to talk about. I would think it'd be smart though, for them to release some information about the multiplayer game, maybe a trailer at the Game Awards, maybe, but I do can see I can see why that would be like a smart move for them, marketing wise, for the big fans. I think that would be great for us that's waiting for the game and whatnot. But they don't want to confuse things when it comes to the overall, a general population. But it's no different than like no different than Insomniac. When they have Spider-Man 2 coming out, they're not going to talk about Wolverine. You get what I'm saying? Even though The Last of Us Part 2 is a remaster, and I would love for them to showcase the multiplayer game, I think that would get more people even excited to play The Last of Us Part 2. But at the end of the day, like I am at the point where I'm just like, I ain't even going to rush these guys no more, man. Do what you do, create some great games. I'm happy with Part 2 remastered, and I'm not on that ballpark where we don't need a remaster. I love the hell out of Part 2, so like in the previous video, I said I will play the hell out of Part 2 remaster. But I would love to see a new trailer for the multiplayer game. But yeah, it's sad to see that we're not getting any information. Hopefully, this is like a ruse. Hopefully, they're trying to trick us. You know what I mean? Where, the Game Awards is like, hey, you hear that, what I mean, from Naughty Dog, and then boom, right from there, we get some information or news or whatnot. But yeah, it's kind of disappointing that they're not going to be talking about multiplayer. That's just to show that, this is probably way far out. I don't know. I would love to see it being shown at the Game Awards, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that when it comes to Naughty Dog. But we did see some other news come from PlayStation as well, where they have like a partnership going on with NC Soft. So NC Soft is like a Korean developer. They're known for like Guild Wars and other like PC or mobile type games. And here in this article, this is from Sony Interactive. They are saying that they have a strategic business partnership to announce. So they sent NC Soft, a global premier developer and publisher, today announced that it has signed a strategic global business partnership with Sony Interactive SIE. The two company CEOs, Tae-Jin Kim of NC Soft and Jim Ryan, SIE. People was talking about Jim Ryan being fired from PlayStation. That's why he's quote unquote retiring. But we know that's not the case. Like I said in the other video the other day, it's like I feel like with any other company, if somebody announced they're retiring or they're leaving the company or whatnot, everybody take that for face value. It's like, oh yeah, that's what's happening. But when it comes to anybody from PlayStation, it's automatically, oh, they're getting fired. And we've been seeing a lot of bogus news that's been coming around talking about PlayStation. I'm just like, nothing anybody says lines up because if Jim Ryan got fired for real, how is he signing, strategic, global business partnerships and stuff like that? You know what I mean? He is going to be leaving next year in around April, but if he got quote unquote fired, they wouldn't be doing this. So they said under the partnership, NC Soft and SIE will collaborate on various global business fields, including mobile. So this could be a big mobile push kind of thing. The two companies are evaluating the range of potential opportunities that and aim to foster strategic synergy, leveraging NC Soft technology prowess and Sony Interactive Entertainment global leadership in the entertainment field. The partnership with SIE is the beginning of our efforts to build various synergies together, utilizing both companies' core competencies, technological capabilities, and expertise, says Tae-Jin Kim, president and CEO of NC Soft. He added, we will deliver a new and enjoyable experience to our audience across and beyond genres and regions. And this is Jim Ryan's quote now, saying that the partnership with NC Soft advances our strategy to expand beyond the console, broaden PlayStation's reach to a wider audience, says Jim Ryan, president and CEO of Sony. So yeah, one thing I'm seeing that PlayStation has been doing, they've been, acquiring a lot of these companies where they're building a portfolio or strategies beyond the console when it comes to their latest acquisitions. Even the Bungie acquisition, that's not just for the console. That's like a multi-platform acquisition, what they were saying. You have the Valkyrie Entertainment, the Nixis, game company, all the other stuff like mobile. Oh, what's it called? Savage Studios or what I think it's called, or I think they renamed it. It's everything that doesn't deal with the console. And this is the frustrations with the PlayStation Nation and with myself as well, where I feel like you're announcing everything outside of the console, but the developers and the news that pertains to the console, you're so tight-lipped about. When it comes to first-party games, we don't know what's going on outside of a few games. But all these other, studios, Ben Studios, Sony, Sucker Punch, Naughty Dog. We don't know what's going on when it comes to the studios. It's so tight-lipped about everything. But everything outside of the console, which I understand, they've been saying this from like 2018 that they're looking to, grow the brand beyond the console. Hence, we see in the PC push, we see all of the, movies and TV shows and whatnot. So I understand it. Do I necessarily agree with everything? No, I don't. But at the end of the day, I understand from a business standpoint why they're doing what they're doing. And yeah, NC Soft, I mean, I've played Guild Wars before in the past, back in college or whatnot. It was a game that I went to over World of Warcraft. I didn't have to pay a subscription. You know what I mean? I was playing that on a laptop. I don't even think the laptop had the requirements for it, because it was definitely like laggy. There's times I got blue screens, but the time that I could play, I was playing the hell out of that game in college. You know what I mean? But that's only it. That's the only game I really play from them, or what I can think of that I play from them. But I do see PlayStation. They've been said that they announced they want to push a big push towards mobile. I mean, bringing back mobile games, because they did do that in the PS4. They had like a mobile push in the early PS4 days, where you had games like Knack, you had the Uncharted Run game, you had other PlayStation entities that had a mobile version of the game, but it wasn't something that was fully fleshed out or fully pushed. Now you can see they're doing mobile studios. They're doing partnerships with companies like NCSoft, and you see the big PC push as well. I mean, we're porting over Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon, The Last of Us. So yeah, we definitely see them growing beyond the console. But at the end of the day, I think this is good news for the PlayStation brand. But at the end of the day, I feel like you have to cater to the primary customer, the PlayStation console gamers. You know what I mean? We need to know what's going on with first party. This news is all good and dandy, but I want to make sure that the console that I invested in, I want to make sure that I know what's going on, or I know the roadmap, what's going on with when it comes to first party. And that's the only thing that PlayStation really need to do. The third party partnerships is on point. We see new second party partnerships as well. Bunch of second party games. The first party games have been great. Not saying that the first party games hasn't been great. First party games has been great. It's just the future of the first party games we don't know of. Been having a bang of time playing God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, VR titles. Spider-Man 2, just played that, last month, and we still playing that. But we still want to get a roadmap as far as like, okay, we're playing these games, they're great, update them. There's DLC expansions like Horizon, that's great. But what's the future of PlayStation? I feel like they did a much better job with that in the PlayStation 4 generation than with the PlayStation 5. PlayStation 4, I knew like everything, what was, in the near future, the distant future, because they laid it down, especially in that 2016 E3 show. You know what I mean? But that's pretty much my thoughts in this whole NCSoft partnership here. I'm not really like overhyped for this stuff. I think it's great for PlayStation, but what does the console gamer, how does a console gamer benefit from this? A lot of people bring up that, with PC gaming and mobile gaming, the console gamer will benefit, but I personally still haven't seen that on the console side of thing with PlayStation. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're getting the great games, but it's not due to the successes from PC or anything beyond that. You know what I mean? But that's something that will pan out. It definitely will take some time. It's a long-term strategy, so we'll see. But y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section on The Last of Us part 2. Are you disappointed? No multiplayer news? Are you excited for The Last of Us Part 2 remaster? Do you think Naughty Dog will actually show something at the Game Awards? And what's your thoughts on NCSoft partnership with PlayStation? And Jim Ryan ain't fired. Happy retirement to my man Jim Ryan, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe. We are on the road to 4K subscribers, and I appreciate all the support I do receive here on the channel. If you guys like to see more videos like this, being a little bit more consistent, y'all let me know in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the videos out, and get the people in here, man. But what's up, PlayStation Podcast? We will be doing. Just the last video announced that we're going to be doing any more shows for the rest of the year, but we will be doing our continuation of Warp's reviews with the PlayStation Portal and the PlayStation, earbuds, the Pulse Explorers. Also, we will be reacting to the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley Game Awards. So that's going to be fun, to see the live reactions from us, as we get excited, get upset, angry, overly, happy. You never know when it comes to me and Persona, man. So hopefully we see you guys there, next Thursday on the 8th. And be on the lookout for Whoops reviews for the PlayStation Portal. I will have my own individual review as well, but I'm just waiting for the Pulse Explorer so I can go a full, circle, paint the full picture with that review. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. It's your boy Jay Bari. I'm gone. Deuces.